Hello and welcome to SirSmuggler's Let's Play, episode 36 of Season 2. And my quarry is running really great, and resources coming in every now and then with the train. And getting sorted and processed, and yeah. So let's just wait for a load to come in and see it all in action, why don't we? Should be any minute now. And here it comes. Flowing into the chest, and the sorting machine sends everything away where it should be. And all the ores are getting processed by the pulverizer and smelted in the furnace and sent on its way to be sorted. So I did a few adjustments in here. I introduced yet another chest exclusive for marble, because I'm getting a lot of it. Apparently I built the quarry right on top of a huge marble deposit. So yeah, lots of marble. And well, I also, so this is the chest that's colored white there. So anything it doesn't know what to do with will be colored white and land in this chest. I also introduced an emergency overflow chest kind of thing. So if any of these chests would be filled, the overflow would go into this chest. So if I ever find items in here, I know there's trouble ahead. And yes, we have been getting some of this quartz stuff from Applied Energistics. And I suspect this chest is not going to be enough for all the marble. I could of course start sending it to a void pipe or otherwise dispose of it, but you know, I don't like to throw away things. I do on occasion, like drones for my bees, for instance, because you get tons of drones and there's just nothing to do with them. And like zombie flesh that I can't do anything with. But you know, marble, useful. Maybe I want to build like a huge marble temple or something sometimes, who knows. So basically I don't want to throw anything away. And what should I do then? Just add more chests to store marble? No, I think it's time to start playing around with the Applied Energistics. That can help us a lot with the storage. So let's see what we got. If we were to look up the ME chest. Now this is a chest from Applied Energistics. And well, it's a very special chest. It doesn't work like any normal chest, but we'll get to it. Let's see if we can craft it to begin with. We need one of these conversion matrices that requires some quartz, and one of these basic processors. And that can be made in the assembly table. There are different recipes, but the assembly table version would be the easiest one for me, I think. That's done with silicone, which is quartz dust smelted in a furnace of some kind into silicon. So first order of business, smelt up some of this dust here. And note that these recipes are about to change. I think they're already changed in the current version for Minecraft 1.5. And so it uses some of the nether quartz as well as this quartz. He actually renamed this quartz to... I think it's still quartz, but it has a kind of like another name as well. So the recipes are changing a bit. And yeah, everything I smelt ends up in this chest actually, so one more piece and we're done. There we go. So we got that and some gold and some redstone. And yes, assembly table it was. Let's see what we can do. No, stop, stop, stop. This is what I want. So a couple of those, and it costs quite a bit of energy actually. How are we doing? We're kind of low. I might need to start expanding on my energy production as well, because when the quarry is running, these two get to work a lot, and yeah. So I'll let that cook up and I'll be back. And would you look at that, it looks like my windmill there has run out its use. So that might be an explanation why I'm losing power. So let's go fix that. So it takes, as I said when I installed it, a little bit of durability damage whenever it's producing power. And but it lasts a long time. I mean, it's quite a while since I installed it. And let's just see, I have a reserve here. So it's really a resource efficient way to produce energy. Oh look, you get the iron strips back as well. It's just the... well, let's see. Yeah, so it's only the wooden sails that gets used up, and that's all renewable resources anyway, so awesome. So let's store those in here, and I should probably make some more canvas so we have another spare. But it's gonna be a while before that one runs out for sure. Anyway, I'll be back when my processors are ready so we can continue with Applied Energistics. Okay, so I got a couple of processors done, and then we could make one of these. So we got a processor, some of this, and some, what now? Iron and redstone. Iron... This feels wrong, is that correct? No? Okay. That's better. Conversion matrix. One of those for now. And combine that with the chest, some iron and glass. We get our ME chest. Now if you place this one down, you will quickly notice that everything's grayed out and I can't really put anything in here. That's because it requires a few other things, because Applied Energistics is all about storing items and handling items as data instead of actual items. If that makes any sense in a video game, but anyway, so this slot here is for a memory card or storage cell kind of thing that is going to store the actual items, and this is just well, an interface to access anything stored on that cell. So we are going to need a storage cell. And there are different versions that can store different amounts of items. And for now I'm going to go with the smallest one. I think it's going to be quite large enough anyway. So first we need this storage cell. So some quartz, redstone and one of those processors. And also this quartz crystals can be grinded down in the macerator, or what's it called? The... can't remember. Pulverizer, yes. into this dust form. But when you mine the quartz ore, you usually get a little bit of crystals and a little bit of dust, so I don't know how often you need to actually do that, but it's a possibility. And what do you know, I got it right on the first try despite talking so much between looking at the recipe. That's impressive, if I do say so myself, and I did, didn't I? So this gives me a 1K storage cell, or storage basically. So we can put this one in here and see that it doesn't change anything. That's because we need energy to power this system to be able to use it. So let me think. Yeah, I think I'll just head into the nether. I have a redstone energy cell there that has some charge in it, so we'll use that just to demonstrate here. So I'll go get that and I'll be right back. So here we are, and I got my storage cell with some energy, so just plonk that one down here and you see that little light turns green. That means everything is working, and now I can actually store items in here. You can see it uses up a little bit of the space on the storage cell. Let's just go get some marble, why don't we? That's the main intent of this one anyway. So let's get a bunch, why not? As you can see, it has been pouring in quite a lot just as we've been crafting stuff here. So, and if I put this in here, you see it stacks into one neat little stack with everything. You don't need to be constrained by that 64 stack size. And it uses right now 60 of 1024 bytes, so you can store quite a lot on this small little cell here. And so everything I put in here is actually stored. You can put in something else like a shovel, and you see it uses 68 now. So for each new type of item you store, it's going to use, the initial item uses a bit more. So with this particular cell you use 8 bytes for every new type, and then it's a smaller amount for every new item of the same type, or the same stack. If you were to store another shovel with another damage value, that would be a separate item. And they are actually stored on this cell here. So if I remove this one, you see there's nothing in this chest. It's all on this cell here, on this storage unit. And as you see, you can also only store a maximum of 63 different kind of items, different types. And if you put it back in, it's all there, and you can pull out like let's see, if I right click I get half a stack, and if I just left click I get 1 stack. So that's awesome. And if we look in here, we can see that it actually drains energy continuously. So I will need to do something, I think, to increase my energy production, because so far I have a very small energy production center, really. It's just that windmill and some solar panels, all red power too, on top of that tower, and that's it. That powers everything in this workshop. So right now my cell here is kind of empty because I drained a lot making these processors, and also we have a steady income of ores that are processed from the quarry. So I need to work on that as well, but for now I think we should do something more with this. I want to incorporate this into the sorting system here. Perhaps I should use this chest right here as the overflow chest. So if, for instance, this would fill up with marble, the rest would go into the overflow, into this chest here. So that sounds like a good idea. Then I just need to route some power to it from the main power system here. So I will dig a bit underground and set that up, and yeah, sounds like a good idea. So I will do some fixing with that, and I'll be back. Actually, first let's just check that if you remove that cell you shouldn't be draining any energy any longer. So it only drains energy to keep it accessible. Yeah, so I'll fix some stuff here and prepare a bit, and I'll be back. And here we go. I got one power line from the main power back to this place. So if I just remove this guy, I suppose the pickaxe works just fine. And we place this guy here. And of course the storage cell. Excellent. So then we just wait for that chest to fill up. We could of course speed up the process a bit by putting this back in there. And it shouldn't take too long before that one fills up. And in the meanwhile, let's clean this up a bit. Now this leads me to another nice tool from Applied Energistics. I want smooth stone on my floor here, but every time I build something and hack it up with the pickaxe, I have to smelt the cobblestone back into smooth stone, and yeah, it's a nuisance. So maybe we should look up the vibration catalyst. That's going to require yet another one of those conversion matrices. Well, let's do it. It's a really neat tool. That one, we got iron redstone, and finally the crystals, quartz crystals. And I need a bucket of lava, I think, as well, and I need to go get that. We got that one. More crystals, iron, and a bucket of lava. Well, we got that one, we got iron, we got crystals. All we need is a bucket of lava. So I'll go find that. There's plenty of lava in the nether. I'll be right back. And here's our lava, and that gives us the vibration catalyst. And we got our bucket back, thanks. And with this guy you should be able to, ta-da! It basically smelts any item you right click it with. And it's actually supposed to use energy, so you have to recharge it. But at the current version it can only use industrial craft type of energy. And since I don't have industrial craft installed, it doesn't use energy at all. So it's, yeah, you get it for free. I imagine there's going to be some buildcraft energy compatibility in the future, but as of right now, that's how it works. Really nice tool for building. So I remember there's some cobble here that I never got around to fixing. Excellent. And another thing that occurs to me is that I should probably chunk load this place. Now that the quarry is running and is chunk loaded, it's going to produce items non-stop, so this place should probably be active as well. And that would need to include the entire pipeline, of course. but that shouldn't be much of a problem. I can easily build another chunk loader. Let's just see how this is going. Yeah, still some room, but here comes another load of marble. So yeah, it's filling up quickly, that's for sure. And it's a diamond chest nonetheless. Anyway, I'll craft or gather material for another world anchor and some other stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a couple of world anchors, and I want to craft something else from Railcraft called Sentinel, Anchor Sentinel. So this guy's pretty neat when you want to load, like in this case I want to load all the chunks along that pipeline. So just to demonstrate, I'm going to pick out my Trackman goggles, and I don't think I showed you how I crafted those, but leather, steel, glass and these annoying circuits, all from Railcraft of course. So if you put those on, you can actually see the chunks that are loaded by world anchors. So if I were to place down this guy right here, it will load a 3x3 chunk area centered around the anchor. But with this Sentinel you can actually make it load just a one chunk wide strip all the way back to wherever you place the Sentinel. It needs to be in a straight line though, and if you, as you can see here, it's the anchor cart there causing this loading of this area. So once the train departs, this effect should vanish. And let's see, so if I dig down a bit here, and place our Sentinel, and then we need to, and for some reason the recording cut out there unexpectedly. Anyway, what you do is you right click with your wrench on the Sentinel and then right click again on the anchor, and it will link them together and cause it to load just a one chunk wide strip between the anchor and the Sentinel. So that will keep my pipeline loaded, and since it reduces the area around the anchor to just one chunk instead of the three, I put another anchor inside the workshop here to keep this area loaded as well, because as it turns out that pipeline is just on the border of a chunk there. And yeah, I was discussing a bit about chunk loaders and different mods, and I talked about chicken chunks. That's an awesome mod for chunk loading. It has really neat chunk loaders and really neat effects to tell, to make it visible what chunks are loaded and which ones are not, and like see the chunk borders. These sparkly things Railcraft uses are good to give you a general idea, but it's kind of hard to see the exact border of chunks with it. So I tried chicken chunks and I really like it, but I never managed to get it to work with all the other mods I have, so I got some ID conflicts and stuff. I'm sure it could be resolved somehow, but I didn't put much energy into it, since I do have the world anchors from Railcraft, so they provide the chunk loading I need, so maybe one day I'll give it another try. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, we're soon to have filled up that chest. So I'll be back with an update as soon as this chest is full to make sure that this backup plan with the ME chest is working. And then it's probably time to wrap up this episode. So I'll be back in a little while. And here comes another load of marble, and I think that would be enough to push this chest to its capacity. So let's see how it goes. Here it comes, getting repainted. Going down there. And really? I had room for all of it? Yeah. So 2 more blocks and it would have been full. So let's just wait for another load. Here we go. Surely that is more than 2 pieces of marble, if I can count at all. Come on. And let's see what happens. So it's gonna bounce and then go in here instead. Excellent. Working as intended. And this ME chest here is just like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Applied Energistics. There's so much more in that mod, so I will get back to that in future episodes for sure. Next episode I probably want to do something about the power generation here, because well, we're doing okay actually, but if I do want to expand on the Applied Energistics and go into the more advanced stuff there, we're going to use up a lot more energy. But that's for next episode. So right now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you want to come back again. Until next time, bye bye.